as stressed out as I was just now? Morning guys, I'm Kristen. Welcome to the vlog. I feel really weird vlogging here in the airport, but it's a big day. We're having a crazy day today, a very exciting adventure. I am flying to California for an audition. This is a complicated and nerve-wracking endeavor because it's 6 o'clock right now. My flight leaves at 7. It's scheduled to get in at 9:25 and the audition's at 10. So wish me luck. I'm gonna go get ready to board and I will see you when we get there. All right, update. We should be boarding now. Said I'm sitting on the floor next to a garbage can. They just announced that there are mechanical issues and so the flight is delayed 30 minutes right now, maybe more. I have 35
In the meantime,
minutes
for those going
to
to your
get
bag
to my
on
audition.
1290, still looking for one more bag. It's a bag that they'd like to hand in. I'd appreciate it very much.
So this is pretty much going as badly as it could. We'll see what happens. Trying not to panic. So I'm just doing some makeup because what else is there to do? I knew when I booked this flight that it was going to be a tough one, that I think would have to go well in order for me to make it on time. But this is pretty much worst case scenario for how things could go. We looked at the flight history beforehand and it was always getting in like ahead of time, like super early or on time. Even on time I could make it to the audition easily, but this is bad. I would have tried to stay overnight and go a day early, but there was just like no place to stay, so this was the earliest flight. It was like my only option, so I knew it was a risk. Didn't think it would be this risky. I just looked at my boarding pass and we're supposed to board like now-ish. I don't think they're boarding yet though. And then we're supposed to land at 9:58. The audition is at 10. The ride from the airport to the audition is like 5 minutes, so...
Welcome aboard for LA.
This is not looking good. We were supposed to board 30 minutes ago. They just announced that they're still doing testing and I don't think I'm gonna make it to this audition. Is that what it is? It's 7:53, almost about to board. I emailed casting is, I don't know if that will do any good. Trying to be cool as a cucumber. Just feeling a little nervous, but not as bad as I think I should be. So overall, we're doing okay.
I really wanted to get it right. Trying to find some balance in my life, but I never really put up a fight. Didn't follow my dreams, and now I'm losing sleep.
Best to get you to Burbank quickly and as fast and safe as we can. So thanks again for your patience for that.
Those ups and those downs, it's what makes it worth the while. You will make it in time. What if I lost touch? What if I'll never get it right? I try to follow my heart, but I lost it somehow. Wish that someone could say it'll be okay. Just listen to me as I say you'll make it in time. You'll make it in time.
All right, friends, let's all take a collective deep breath. My audition is over. Were you as stressed out as I was just now? As you saw earlier, everything that could go wrong did. It was like my worst nightmare. On top of it all, when I got off the plane, it was raining in California. It still looks like it might rain. Like, it's not looking good here. But my audition is done. I'm walking this nice path that I used to walk all the time when I was auditioning here and going between auditions and Portos, and it's like oddly calming and it's beautiful. It'd be more beautiful with the sun, but come for a walk with me and I'll tell you about my audition. Okay, so I walk into the audition. Wait, let's back up. I run off the plane. I run across the street. I get an Uber who drives like the MVP for me. and we get to the studio pretty quick. I walk into the studio and of course there's no one at the check-in table because I'm like an hour and a half late for this callback. And the guy who owns the studio looks at me like I'm absolutely crazy. But then one of the casting associates came out and they said that they would go and ask the casting directors if they would still be able to see me. So I wait for a second and then the choreographer comes out and he said he was going to teach me the dance and then I would perform it by myself for the casting directors and then we go from there. I didn't know if they were even going to see me at all, so this was very good news at this point. I learned the audition dance really quick and I was kind of struggling because the floor was too sticky for my shoes, but it was too slippery for my dance shoes, and so I was trying to dance barefoot and that wasn't really working either, so I was just struggling and my brain was just still on the plane. I think just, you know, a lot of stress had happened this morning and I feel like I wasn't quite there to learn the choreography, which was unfortunate. But anyways, we learned it really quick and then we went into dance for the casting directors and I royally messed it up so badly that by the time I finished the dance, I said, "Can I do that for you guys again?" Like, it was really bad. And then to make matters worse, I'm beating myself up about this. I did it again, and I don't think I did any better. Maybe worse. It was, my inner performer is like dying inside. It is what it is. I'm trying not to be too hard on myself about it because it's not worth ruining the day. And some other good stuff happened. So this is the kind of callback where they're seeing you, but they still make cuts. So they had made cuts in between this and the next step and they did not cut me. They asked me to read. I read a side. I tried to make it my own and I felt like it went well. And that was the end of it. They took my information and had me sign some paperwork and now I'm playing the waiting game and I'll see if they're gonna cast me. Whoa! Those doggies scared me. I've known about this audition for over a month. So I've been trying to prep myself. The one thing that I really wanted from it is, I guess there are two things actually. I just really wanted to go to this audition and not stress out about it. I have been praying for a miracle, honestly, because it's really hard not to stress when you're traveling for an audition. So I prayed to God and I just asked him to help me not to be stressed in all of this and just to be grateful for each thing instead of anxious. So grateful to get to go on an airplane, grateful to get to watch a movie by myself, grateful to get to dance, grateful to get to go on this trip. And I really felt like I was gonna need a miracle for that because I like to stress. The second and biggest thing I wanted for this audition trip was to walk in and project sexy indifference, as they say on the Lady Gang. I've auditioned for these casting directors many times before, but there have been times in the past where I've been so nervous that I felt like I wasn't really able to present myself as who I really am. What I've been praying to the Lord for help with is to just be able to put my nerves aside and walk away with God's peace and feeling His power, no matter how it went. I think the odds have been ridiculously stacked against me. I mean, there were even more stressors than I could have ever imagined, but I am so thankful to God and so proud of myself for everything that happened today. I really feel like I presented myself as myself. I wasn't intimidated. I felt completely confident. Okay, maybe not completely, but like so confident in being there. I really wish that the dance portion had gone better, but overall I feel like it's so much more important that I was unapologetically joyful and me. That's what I wanted and I feel good about it. I do wish the dance had gone better, but I feel good about it. And I think that's God. Now I want to make the most of the rest of my day here in Burbank. I have till 8:30 p.m. Well, that's when my flight leaves, but I have till 7 p.m. 15 maybe to do all the Burbank things, and I didn't plan a lot. Mostly I just want to walk around and enjoy because I've spent so much time here in the past and it's just weird to be back. But one thing that I do want to do is go to Portos, obviously. Actually, I might not have talked about it on my channel yet, but if I haven't told you, there is a Burbank bakery called Portos. It's actually a chain now, but the first time I auditioned here many years ago, Spencer and I found it and we fell in love. I fell in obsession. It's a Cuban bakery. They have the best food ever. Pastries, savory stuff, and it's all like pretty cheap. I've been trying to find a way to come back here for years just to go to Portes. But I'm not quite low enough to just come for the bakery treats, so I'd always say, oh, I just wish I had an audition so that I could also go to Portes. Here we have it!
I can't believe someone like me is here with somebody like you. There's something about you and I know why. I'm gonna tell you what it is. It's in your smile and in your feet. It's high and low and in between. And I am glad to let you know, but only if you give me a kiss. Yeah, it's no secret at all. It's so obvious to all of us. Yeah, you're perfect. From the way you laugh to the way you behave when you're mad, so perfect. When I see you dance, spin my world around and around. Ooh, I know that you're worth it. Ooh, 'cause girl, you're perfect, amazing. That I'm kissing you, it's not what you expect from someone so perfect.
Okay guys, I didn't go all out, that will be later, but I did go out, so let me show you what I got. First off, can we just talk about how Portes takes care of you? Like, look at these beautiful boxes. This one is my savory box, and I have a corn poblano croquette right here, and then, what is this? A potato ball and a meat pie. Yum. This one is my sweets box. Aww. I got a chocolate chip cookie. I know, ridiculous, but they're good. I got a cheese roll, the best, and a guava cheese roll. And then I got myself an audition treat. This is the mango passion fruit mousse. I've never tried it before. Look at how cute it is.
When we go out, it's always fun. You pick me up when I'm down. And that's just one of many things that makes me believe that you're a dream.
The cheese rolls. Letting you know this tastes even better than I remember. So dang good. Even better than it looks, if that's possible. I don't know if this is appetizing or gross, but here's what's inside the meat pie. It's like ground beef and peppers and onion. This one's a special new one. It's the corn one. And this one is the potato ball. It is delish. These are like $1. So good. I'm taking a little walk. I'm full from all that delicious Portes, and I'm gonna go back for more. Don't get me wrong. But one thing that I love to do in Burbank is to walk through the neighborhoods and see all the cute houses. There are so many adorable fairy tale cottages here. I feel like, I guess you kind of have to look around to find them, but there are so many that are so cute, and it's really fun to just look through the neighborhoods and see them all. This house actually is where I stayed multiple times. I must have just like walked here on memory. On another trip, I came and I had an Airbnb and it was super scary, and so I needed a different one. It was like an emergency transfer out of that one, and Frank, the guy who lives there, took me in, and after that it was just so great. So yeah, lots of memories here. I just want to sit down and have a little picnic here, so that's what we're gonna do. I smashed my mango mousse though. I was just thinking about how nice everyone was at that audition and like how wild that is. Like, they did not have to do that. If someone walked into my callback 2.5 hours late or 1.5 hours late, they didn't have to let me audition. And this while it's quite smushy, is quite delicious. It's like a mango mousse with a little bit of cake on the bottom and passion fruit on the inside. Am I just a total weirdo, or does anyone else like making little mini photo shoots for themselves when they're in a new place? I don't know, I just love it. I just put a self timer and I took this picture, and I think that's so fun. Anyways, I'm just walking around Burbank. I feel like I'm kind of wasting my time here because I haven't really done much, but at the same time, it's not a waste to just relax, so that's what I'm doing. I'm enjoying a book on tape, podcast too, and just walking around looking at houses. Okay guys, I'm listening to Kelly Ripa's audiobook. I'm seeing all the fun plants around. There's so many interesting, like, different plants than what we have at home. And what should I come across? A lucky penny! It's my lucky day! I just came to It's a Wrap, and this store is so cool. It's a second-hand store, but I think all of the pieces here are wardrobe from shows, movies, all sorts of things, so it's really fun to look around. We'll see what we can find. There is so much cool stuff here, and my favorite part is looking around for the tags. Like, this one says Grey on it, so I'm assuming it's Grey's Anatomy. This one is definitely NCIS. I thought that all the clothes were labeled with their show, but not all of them are. But I did find these interesting tags. You tell me what show you think they're from. We're back. I have the very difficult task of deciding how many cheese rolls to bring home now. I asked Spencer, he said 80. So I thought I would go to one last place on my way to the airport. It's a memorial and the architecture looked really cool. Unfortunately, I just realized it's a cemetery. Oops. But the architecture is really cool. You can tell we're close to the airport. So I don't know if this is closed or if this is not the entrance, if there's a different way, or if you're not supposed to go in here, but it's definitely locked, which is too bad because this looks really, really cool. If I read correctly, it's a memorial to pilots who have died. So yeah, interesting. But I guess we're just gonna walk to the airport now. Woo! Okay. The walk to the airport was a bit more complicated than Google Maps made it out to be, but I am here and I'm not ready to go home. I hope I'm going the right direction, by the way. I'm just like following signs, and this one said moving walkway to the pedestrian access to the airport. So I think this is the right way. It's really weird. I'm like circling the airport on this walkway. And now let's go home. This is the smallest airport ever, by the way. So just in case you're coming here for an audition or for something else, this is drop off. And this is arrivals, or like, you know, departures, arrivals. This is like a super cool old-fashioned airport though. So just to give you more of an idea, this is my gate. It's like in a hallway. Isn't that fun? Alright, we're about to board here. I have never understood wanting to get on an airplane first. Like when they're like, if you check your bag now, you can get on an earlier boarding group. I'm like, no. Why would I want to do that? But anyways, I've had a wonderful time here. I'm sad to go home, and yeah, thanks for joining me on this adventure. I hope you'll subscribe, like this video, leave a comment, all the things, and I will see you next week in a brand new vlog. Bye!